dedicate their whole life according to
and he did
no. I'm not talking about spending money. I'm talking about
he did that
emotionally, mentally.
He did that.
Because the type of pedestal I'm talking about the guys that be like that they don't even dare look at another woman. They would never. If a woman came to them, they'd be like, nah, I'm my wife. Nah,
I'm not saying that doesn't exist. What I'm saying is that is in the minority. So we're talking about a cultural prevalence.
Well, you see,
we're talking
the point that I'm trying to
cultural prevalence.
Greg, the point I'm trying.
Okay, I agree. It does exist in some cases.
So then
we're talking about the ratio here. Absolutely.
A lot of black families was torn
apart
as soon as they came to Virginia, they would shift to different.
Absolutely, and I'm
the black woman.
I'm going to illustrate it for you. Okay, so I'm a slave, and I was used to breed. So I'm on a plantation in Virginia, and I'm there, and I'm used as a stud. So the master makes me have babies with all of the women on that property. Then he sells me, and now I'm in South Carolina, and I'm used to breed there. Then that master sells me, and then I'm now living in Maryland, and I'm used to breed there. Now I'm in Connecticut, and on and on and on and on and on. There's a pathology that is flowing through our bloodstream. And that is a part of the pathology. I believe that exists. Because what happens is you see the same shit happening right here in Atlanta, New York, Virginia, wherever. Black men are having children in the same communities, the same way they were being bred as slaves. You could have children in the same zip code, 7 different babies' mamas. And then you'll turn right around and you'll have another kid in a whole nother state.
But that's not the only reason why.
I'm not saying that's the only reason,
because
but what I'm saying is,
if you want to talk about the real reason why.
You're not listening. I'm not saying that that's the only reason, but it informs how many of you move today. Okay. And what I'm saying is, you all don't stop and think about this shit or research and study. You speak from emotion. You said men aren't emotional. You are emotional. You're speaking to me now from emotion without information. That's it.
It always come back to being our fault. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It always come back to being our fault. And that's just the truth. Y'all not gonna like it, but that's the truth. I mean,
I think it depends on what we're talking about. And the way I can't even believe y'all saying y'all because the way they say I don't like black women.
No, perfect example. There was an episode that we did where the woman came into this man's house, burned him, his girlfriend, and his child. Y'all still found a way to put it on that man's.
Was I here?
Yes. Y'all were saying, well, maybe he did this, maybe he did that. And I'm like, yeah, maybe he lied, maybe he cheated. And I'm like, it doesn't say that.
No, they answer that for mama.
Hello, Miss Mary.
I do. Is it warm? I would like a nice warm piece.
They said yes, ma'am. Well, I mean, Maddie.
I want a piece of both, please.
Greg wants both. Maddie wants both.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
See, this how you know when the cooking be good. You see that bay leaf in there? Baby, this how you know your food be seasoned. You see that bay leaf in there? Well, G.
He told me ain't no on the book until they got the numbers back.
Hold on.
They had to go, they wait till they got to Chicago. Hey, thank you, black man.
Hold on.
Thank you, black man.
We didn't think that one of y'all at all.
I got a reference, so you know.
Okay, that's the only reason.
Joe, I'm still waiting on my part.
Just in case you didn't hear G said we didn't even give black men credit for voting until we got to Chicago, and then we thanked everybody in the audience. The truth is, and I know I sat my ass right here and said this, of the black men who voted, the majority of them did vote for Kamala. But what I did have a problem with was there weren't enough of us who were registered to vote, period, who didn't even engage themselves in the political process. So I was talking about ratio. By ratio, the black men who voted, they showed up and they performed. But there were too many of you who didn't even register. There were too many of you who registered and didn't even go down there to vote. But we do. I believe that we hold black women accountable. What do you mean not enough?
He's basically saying like, he's basically saying like, the energy isn't the same. The way that you guys, I'm going to put it in nice terms. Criticize black men is far different from other, our counterparts.
I think we do criticize black women and black men. Why bitches mad with me? Right. Niggas asking me why white women better than why white women treat black men better than motherfucking black women. Who asked you that? Who asked you that? G asked you that?
Who asked you that? Because that wasn't the question.
Ooh, the problem is black men don't like to be held accountable.
Y'all hold the world holds black men accountable all the time.
But you don't like to acknowledge it.
It's
you
nothing
don't like
about
to acknowledge it.
That's not true.
Let me tell you something.
Because perfect example, when y'all say black men, there aren't enough black men that have good jobs or making enough money or whatever. What do you think men out here trying to do? Make more money? Why? Because they're going to what you guys are saying. The reason why black men are, and I'm gonna say this, y'all might not like it, but I'm gonna say this. You guys always make it seem like men aren't smart, men aren't this, men aren't that.
Where you say that?
No, I'm not talking about y'all.
No.
I'm talking about
me.
I'm talking about in general.
Oh.
I'm talking about in general. I'm not talking about I wasn't even talking about you. I'm talking about in general. Majority of people don't look at black men as being all that bright.
Let me say
and the fact is, even when black men bring up grievances or anything that they might disagree with our counterparts with, we get chastised, we get abused, we get insulted, and where's the equal playing field? You guys say it all the time, but the only time that you really take up is if it goes with what you're trying to, with the information that you're trying to bring up. But any other time, it's like we're just getting the back end of everything. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, because I'll sit here, and that's why sometimes I'm just quiet, because it's like, yeah, that's why I just, because
and if they knew half the shit you said to me, they would fry your ass too. but see,
because it's like we can't even have an opinion without being looked at as not being men. We have, you see, for example, if I'm speaking how a lot of people feel, all you get is quiet, Mo, hush, Mo. You don't know what you're talking about. This, that. And so that's the point I'm trying to bring up. That's the point.
But see, the thing is, here's the thing with a lot of black men. And I'm a black man. I may be gay, but I'm still a black man. What I've noticed, no matter what the subject is, whether it's relationships and how sometimes black men don't show up for women in relationships in the way that women show up. Now, that doesn't mean that every single black woman walking the face of the planet is a good woman. Because they're not. I'm not saying that, but I'm speaking generally. Generally speaking, a black woman shows up in a relationship nurturing, caring, giving, supportive, all of those things. A black woman is typically ride or die. A black woman typically goes out, I'm not saying that there aren't some shit women out there, but typically a black woman is going to show up, even if it's not her motherfucking kid. She's dropping your kid off, doing this, doing that, cooking for you, doing all of the things to show you that she's a great partner. Mm-hmm. And oftentimes, you niggas won't reward them with a relationship or marriage or the same level of support. Hold on. Okay. And like I was saying before, black women, because we're talking about black women oftentimes know exactly what's going on with a black man's health. Prostate cancer, pancreatic cancer. She's telling your ass to go to the doctors about your blood pressure, da-da-da. You niggas don't know what endometriosis is. You niggas don't know what fibroids are. You don't know shit about her health because you don't take the time to give a fuck. Here's the other thing that I'll say, and I'm gonna let you say what you want to say. I have said this before. There are so many things that black men, straight black men, could learn from black women and black queer people. But because you motherfuckers think you know it all, you don't learn. You miss a lot of lessons. The last thing is, black women and black queer people have figured out a way how to navigate this society in a way that's a bit more successful than black men, generally speaking. That doesn't mean that there aren't successful black men, but generally speaking, black women and black queer people have managed to navigate this society in a way that you all haven't. We could teach you those things, but you won't listen to black women because you think you know it all. You want to mansplain everything to her, and you won't get too close to us because you think the gay or the trainee is going to jump off on you. And I'm done.